All right, good day, people, and welcome to a new episode, the third episode actually of our podcast Cope with Us. My name is Kevin, and I'm here with my fellow co-host named Louise.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Today's topic will be discussing nostalgia, and according to Dwight Schrute, famous character of The Office, of course, it is actually one of the greatest weaknesses of the human body. How do you feel about that?
Of the human mind?
Of the human mind?
Yeah, okay, I
Yeah.
agree. But it's a weakness that brings you happiness.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Exactly. That's very true. So as always, we like to start off with a silly, sometimes not so silly dilemma.
Yeah,
Um,
sometimes you take the dilemma a little bit too serious.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's
You hit the
just,
feels.
Yeah. Well, and that's also what nostalgia does, of course. So wouldn't surprise me if the dilemmas today aren't that silly. But
Alright.
I like to hear yours first. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm gonna start. So mine takes a little bit of explanation.
As
So
per usual.
imagine that you are able to relive any year of your childhood. Like
Mhm.
for example, in my case, I would like to relive 2011.
2011.
example.
Okay.
I think I made a lot of friends. I was playing a lot. I was
Mhm.
happy. Didn't have anything to worry about. I was in sixth grade in high school.
You were 12 then, right?
Yes.
You turned 12 that year.
Yes.
Okay. I was 14 at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are able to relive one of those years. So would you rather in that year that you are reliving, being able to be basically conscious and change stuff,
Mm-hmm.
or not being conscious and let all that year that you spend just happen again, and you can relieve everything.
Okay, so basically either
You could change the past a little bit,
yeah.
or you just want to take that year whole as it happened.
That's a tough one. No, it's not that tough. I think it's quite easy to say that it should not be conscious, because I always believe that if you time travel, which of course is still not
Yeah.
possible for us, but if you change something in the past, you will also change something in the future,
Yeah.
right? So, well, I could change certain things to the best for the best, I guess.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
do you? No. Like one minor change could change everything and could make life a lot more different.
yeah, but it's basically you have your mind, but when you were in my case when I was 12, or
Yeah.
any year for
But
you.
again, this is slightly off topic. But let's say you make a certain change when you were 12 years old, right? And then suddenly you go back into the time where you are 21, 22, 23, whatever.
Yeah.
Like your life could be completely
Completely
different.
different,
You
yeah.
could be doing a complete different studies, knowing complete different people.
Yeah.
And you would not be conscious of the time period that
Yeah.
happened in between.
Yeah.
That's the weird part.
Yes.
Like, where would your consciousness be from after 12 years old to the 10 years in between?
Let's say that when you come back to the present day,
Yeah.
and if something's changed, you get all those memories.
Okay.
You keep the ones from before, but you also
And
get new
you
ones.
lose the ones. Oh, you also get those. But that's weird. You lose the ones that.
Okay, yeah. So make it fair, you
Right.
lose the one from before.
Okay. So basically, you can change your entire life. No, I would go with unconscious, because I don't necessarily feel like I want to change anything. And I guess 2011 was a fun year. Was
Would you-
was it my first year? No. It wasn't.
Would you take 2011?
No, probably not. Well, maybe 2010. I think. Probably around that time though. I think the same. Yeah.
I think 2011. I was playing Black Ops. I was with other friends playing video games. I was sixth grade, so not really. The school was easy enough.
Yeah.
You know.
I was in third year of high school, which I almost failed.
So maybe not that one.
Maybe not that one.
Maybe you can
I
retake it
think I
again.
can retake it, right? Yeah, I don't know. What about you? You would.
I would not be conscious. I
Okay,
mean,
also, yeah. Okay.
like I would like to play the games, but just like reliving the memories would be
Reliving it, yeah.
fun enough for me to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So I think yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, sure. Let's
We
go
we,
on.
we
Like,
both agree on this
we
one.
both agree on this one. Yeah. Let's
Just
see if
leave
it's,
the good memories there.
yeah.
Don't fuck with those.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's see how we think about this one. So my statement again, maybe a little more serious. It's a bit boring. I didn't like this one too much, but I couldn't come up with anything better. Would you rather have a remake of your favorite childhood movie,
Mm.
or would you want them to make a prequel or sequel to it?
Here's my thing. I hate prequels because
Okay.
prequels are easy to do. In the sense of like, I will answer the dilemma first. I would rather have a remake because
Okay.
if they
Prequel, right? I said prequel or sequel.
yeah, yeah,
And you hate prequels, not necessarily sequels.
yes,
Okay.
but I like a sequel when the first movie talks about like hints about the sequel. You know, if it's
Okay.
if it leaves something that is not touched on, like foreshadows into something that will happen later.
Okay.
Like they had a sequel in mind.
Yeah.
But is the and then the reason why I hate prequels is they can take all that effort of a good writer
Mm-hmm.
out because you know what's gonna happen later. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like they don't have to foreshadow anything from the past. They can mention like, oh, the war of like 1955, and the next movie can be the war of 1955, but then you know how that movie is going to end because you know
Yeah.
the future.
Well, okay, fair enough. I mean, it's interesting because one of my favorite shows is Better Call Saul,
Yeah.
which is a prequel on Breaking Bad,
Yeah, but
focusing a different character.
focus on a different character
Yeah.
and different stories. Like it connects a little bit, but
It-
it's
it-
completely different story.
Yeah, it's a completely different story. Again, you know what will happen though,
Yeah.
one way or another. So, yeah, I get your point that it can be frustrating that you know what's going to happen. But okay, you'd go for a remake then.
Uh,
What
Yes.
is your favorite childhood movie? Do you have a favorite childhood movie?
I don't know why my standard movie in my mind is Narnia.
Narnia. Okay,
The first
wow.
one.
I
And the closet and stuff. I don't know. I think it was the best time for me to like.
I only remember the parody movie better than the Narnia movie
I
itself.
also saw the parent movie. I saw it like 3 times. I bought it on DVD. I bought it a pirate beer DVD in Minnesota. That was like in every corner. There was a stoplight.
Oh,
And
wow.
someone's selling you like pirate movies.
Oh,
So I
really?
bought it.
Yeah.
And it was like I actually surprised that it worked and wasn't something. Back in the day, it's like it's a CD, so the worst thing that can happen is show you something that's not a movie.
Yeah.
But it's not,
Okay.
they're not gonna hack your DVD player, you know.
No, of course.
They cannot get into your information instead of like buying a USB. That's like kinda you put in your computer.
Yeah.
DVDs are like it's either 50-50 chance, you know.
Yeah.
I bought it, saw it so many times. If you ask me the names of the characters, I don't know. But I would say that Narnia.
All right.
I mean, my
Narnia.
brother read all the books.
Uh-huh.
I don't read books, so I didn't read those. But he told me like Narnia and the Closet and the Wise Witch and everything. That's actually number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to, if they make the franchise, if they go from number 1, where explain where the world came from,
Mhm.
and number 2,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
number
yeah.
3, like they skip the number 3, number 1, number 3. So that was my answer.
All right. Fair enough.
What's your answer?
Man, I think I've always said that Lion King is my favorite Disney movie, and I used to watch it as a child, so I guess that's the easiest one to go with.
Yeah, but you got your
And
wishes came true. Your wish come true.
yeah, exactly. A remake was made. I wasn't happy,
Yeah.
so it's not my favorite movie anymore.
They make a
And,
remake.
I think actually I like Toy Story better because of the remakes they made. Maybe not the remakes. Sorry,
The
the
sequels.
sequels they made.
So you rather have a sequel.
Probably, yeah, probably.
I mean, yeah, for like childhood movies, what I said like foreshadowing and
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. Like you don't care about that. If I go like, oh, I want Matrix, they make a lot of sequels out of that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like I hate when people just do sequels, some randomly or prequels.
For the sake of it, yeah.
Yeah, for the sake of money and for the sake of the story. So
Yeah.
I think nowadays it's difficult to go get movies and like. This movie is planned to be a 2-part movie, you know.
Yeah, of course. Well, they did it. They currently are doing it with Avatar, right? Not the blue movie.
I mean, yeah,
They announced that there will be
Four
Five?
more.
4 more, yeah, 5 in total then. Yeah.
And like in 2021,
Like
2024,
10 years after the
20, no,
original.
2023, 2024, 2026 or something like that,
Yeah.
which is,
It's really, really strange considering the movie is somewhat outdated.
I think the movie, no, it's not outdated.
Yeah,
You,
of course it is because who cares about Avatar anymore?
oh, outdated in that sense, yeah.
Yeah, like it's not relevant at all.
Yeah, it's just like the fun is like was the number one top selling movie, but no one knows the character's name.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't care when it comes. It comes, I don't really care.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so
Next up, we have some
Yeah,
some
oh,
news, some announcements actually.
so announcements, yeah.
Some announcements that
Since-
make you very happy, I think.
Well, one make me really happy, and the other ones are like kinda worries me a little
Okay,
bit.
go ahead.
I will take the lead in here. So last week, I think that's Tuesday, Wednesday, they announced the remake of a game called Pokemon Snap. And yeah, if you don't know about it, it's basically the original game came out in 2000s. So it's
Oh,
20,
Jesus Christ.
20 years before
Yeah.
ago, and it's just a game where you are like in a car and you walk through like a safari or something, and then you see Pokemons and you take picture of it. It's just, if I explain it like that, it's so boring, and it is, but I just have so many good memories of it.
Yeah.
And my brother and I, we didn't knew English at the time, and we just play and we throw some stuff around, and whenever we did something different and something happened, it was such
Yeah,
a
excitement.
excitement. So
yeah.
I think this it excites me the way that not knowing what was going on and exploring myself, and then they remaking it, but it's not like remaking the same game, but they're expanding it, like adding the new Pokemon, the new graphics and stuff. So it's like it's basically what my brother and I have been waiting for a long time. I've seen some people in the internet a little bit.
Mhm.
They don't care about the game. Like some people are really excited, some people don't care about the game, understandably. And some people say like, why they didn't do this before.
Is it gonna come out as an extra Pokemon game, or is it gonna come out like on a regular spot in the Pokemon release? Like I would say they release a game every year, right? Kind of.
Yeah, it's
In a
an
way.
extra.
It's an extra game, so
Yeah.
okay, yeah, then because it's not necessarily a big.
It's not taking place of yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's for me is such. I mean, have you heard the game before?
No, you
I should-
mentioning it. You mentioned it before it was released.
Announced.
Before it was announced that there will be a remake of it, and that's when I heard about it for the first time. I've never heard about it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, having a Nintendo 64, playing games that you don't understand what
Yeah.
they're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think that's how my basis of English came around.
Mhm. Mhm.
And if people can hear me right now say, "Oh, that's the basics." Ooh.
Mhm.
But the basis of understanding and reading, not
Yeah.
like speaking. So.
Yeah, yeah. How old were you when you played the game?
So the game came out 20 years ago, but I don't think we bought
You,
it that.
you didn't
that
play it
time.
when you were 1 year old.
No. So I think the thing is like stuff comes out in America or Japan, and then by the time it goes to Venezuela,
It takes like 10 years.
it takes like 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
So I probably played when I was 4 to 6,
Oh,
4,
alright.
5, 6.
That's quite young.
Yeah. And it's just because I didn't have to put any mind into it.
Yeah, it's an easy game for
Yeah,
4-year-old
and we
people.
had the Nintendo 64, and we played a lot of that about that. I think we had the Nintendo 64 till I was 7, something, and then we got the GameCube. So
Mhm.
till that range of time, a little bit. I don't really know.
All right.
Do you have any games like that, like super young? You have like PS2, PS1?
I had the PS1. Yeah, I
Was
played. I used to play Donald Duck on that.
Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donald Duck game was really fun. I used to play Formula One
Hmm.
on that. Would make me rage like crazy as like a I don't know 7-year-old kid probably. I was terrible at it. It was really difficult. And I had like a Pac-Man game that was really cool.
Oh yeah, you showed me
I
about
told
that.
you about that, right? Like, it's not like the regular Pac-Man, like the 2D. It's like really 3D, like open world kind of like
Yeah.
Mario,
Yeah,
right? But then like that. I also had Tarzan, which was also really cool.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, Tarzan was really cool.
Well, if they've announced Pac-Man, that game
Yeah.
remake in PS5,
Yeah,
would you be excited?
yeah, absolutely,
Alright,
100%. Any of these games that I just named, I would be really excited. Maybe not so much the Formula One because it's a franchise,
yeah.
so they already make a yearly one. But yeah, games like that. I mean, yeah. Oh, I also played Winnie the Pooh, and I would get excited for that, which is crazy. I mean, I'm,
Like-
I'm 23 years old.
Man,
It's just it's just big childhood memories of that.
Yeah, when
Playing
you put
that
hits
It's in the
different.
feelings. Yeah, Igor, man.
Okay, next up, a
Legend.
little bit outside of video games. Netflix. Everyone and their mother have Netflix.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the majority of
Is
people.
it out in Venezuela yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we only have shows for. That was the government said it's okay, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone.
About that, huh?
Yeah, the Netflix worldwide sensation. I don't think we need to explain what Netflix is, but the Netflix is really known to getting a lot of franchises or IPs and doing something with it. Either putting the entire show on their catalog or making a new show about it or remaking something. For example, Avatar: The Last Airbender. That for
Again,
me.
Avatar, the different one this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the good one in my opinion. The one you can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, they released Avatar: The Last Airbender a little bit like 2 months ago in America and stuff like that. Funny enough, I have Avatar in Panama 3 years ago. I watched it in Panama 3 years
Alright.
ago. Like I rewatched it, so I didn't care. But apparently they are announcing that they're making a live action remake of the original show, and if you know about the movie, you know that's kinda.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right. Yeah.
Yikes. But they're also making a sequel
Uh-huh.
based on the comics that continues directly after the show ended.
Okay.
So it's
With
not
a different character, right? Or
no, it's the same.
Same.
It's
Okay.
same characters.
okay.
Like it's not. The comics goes exactly after the show ended,
Mhm.
and it's made by the same writers. Everything is the
Okay.
same. So it's not.
That's hype.
Yeah, it's not a complete new. It's not basically like Disney did with Star Wars.
Yeah.
You just get the characters and make a new story. No, this story actually continues,
Yeah.
and it connects with the previous sequel, the Avatar Korra, which is like
Yeah.
a few years in the future.
Yeah. Okay.
So that got me excited. The sequel, I'm so excited because it's animated.
Yeah.
I believe that some stuff should be animated, only
Yeah.
animated,
Yeah.
and some of the stuff should be live action. Like for example, the Lion King.
Should not have been.
Yeah, should not be in live action. They ruin everything there.
How the fuck are they gonna live action Apu
Apu? From where?
from Avatar?
Oh,
That's his name, right? I'm not mistaken.
Opa?
Right?
You mean the bison?
Yeah. It's Apu, right? Come on.
I forgot.
Bison. Yeah, right. Yeah, Appa.
Appa.
It's Apu. Apu is from Simpsons, the Indian guy from Simpsons.
Yeah. I thought like Apu from Winnie the Pooh.
No.
Isn't one character named Apu like super lazy?
No, that's Igor.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Appa.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry. Okay.
Now how they're gonna make Appa and Momo, which is the other animal
Yeah.
thing.
That's gonna be
But that's
I mean, they can-
Netflix.
they can do
Netflix
a
have
lot.
money, you
Yeah.
know. They can make it.
Is it gonna be because I know Avatar itself is on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Netflix original or
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Both of them, or is
Yeah.
the movie is gonna be cinema movie or
No, there's no movie. There's a live
yeah,
action.
yeah, sorry, the live
series.
yeah, okay, yeah, of course.
Live action series
Yeah.
for which is already on the work,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a animated series sequel that's probably gonna
Yeah,
come out
yeah,
3
my bad.
years from here. It's
Yeah,
it's
okay.
long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be Netflix original. And the other one that I want to talk a little bit about. If you guys here so far you think, oh, Luis is such a nerd, and I am, is One Piece. They're making a live show, and if you don't know One Piece,
I don't.
yeah, here in the West is completely not known.
Yeah.
People grow up with Dragon Ball Z. It's an anime basically.
Mhm.
People grow up with Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. But One Piece with the same
Yeah.
mentalities like fighting and stuff. But in Japan, this is first of all, this series 24 year old.
Mhm.
Every week there's a new chapter of a manga, which is like a comic. And in Japan, this is the biggest selling thing ever.
Yeah.
And the anime is also the problem with anime and the manga both have 900 episodes.
Jesus. Crazy. 20 minutes each, right?
Yeah, 24 minutes
Yeah.
each.
Oh,
Because the show has been around for 20 plus years.
all right. Yeah.
So they're making a live action remake of the first part. I don't know how far they want to go with this because this is too long. And for me, this is really worrying because if they're gonna bring this to the West with a live action, if it goes well, good. Like for example, The Witcher show. In my opinion, it wasn't that good, but it went well.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's such a cartoon show. Like the main character stretches. There's a character that uses three swords, so it's one sword in each hand, and the
Yeah.
one's biting on it.
Yeah.
There's this reindeer thing that looks like a human. That has to be 100% animated. There's monsters, stuff like that. So, good. So that happened. The first episode script got leaked on the internet, and I read it. It's not bad. It's actually really good. They explained it. They're not changing too much of the story, which is fine for me.
Yeah, makes
But
sense. Right?
it's just the script, the writing is good, but it's just to see how does it look like.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the point: like, at what points, like, is it necessary to make, first of all, remakes, and second of all, live action remake of everything?
Well, I mean, in a way, that's the only way they can do a remake, right? Because if you say One Piece or Avatar, they're gonna make a remake that is animated.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You make the same thing, so they have to do something to be able to make it a remake. The only way to remake something is by doing it like this.
But I will tackle more with Avatar because I think Avatar is the best example.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Avatar is outdated. I don't think that
No.
the animation in Avatar is bad.
No, definitely not.
I mean, if you've seen Avatar Korra, the animation is way better.
Yeah.
But I don't think Avatar the original one is bad at animation. So it's not. I think with One Piece they want to bring it to the West. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the animated didn't work. There's a long story about it. I'm not gonna explain that why it didn't work. But live action is just such a.
I think.
It's a gamble, you know.
Yeah, it really is.
And it depends on how much love does the people behind the show give it to be successful. I mean, if it's successful in the West, trust me, I'm gonna be the first one gonna be really happy about that.
Yeah.
But if it's not, yeah, I was gonna keep with my.
I think remakes in general, they only work with video games. In a way. When does a remake? Name me a remake that was a big success to you.
I mean, on the spot, yeah.
Right?
Mainly video games, yes, but
I mean, yeah, of course it can work, but does it generally? Like Lion King was.
Unsuccessful, but it was still successful movie.
Of course it was, because it was the Lion King and everyone wanted to see it because
That's the point.
Sort of groundbreaking. Yeah, of course, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
In a personal level, it doesn't really matter. But I think we're getting out of the news, and let's talk about directly then the dilemmas of
the dilemma with
today's episodes.
Right.
And the first one being like, what amount, like, what could you like categorize something that's not nostalgic? Like, what amount of years? How long?
When does it become nostalgic? Yeah. Right.
And does the age that you had when you first consumed that content matters?
Yeah.
and I think they do.
This is a difficult question.
I think it's a lot of personal question also.
Yeah, this is difficult to answer because we're still in our 20s, like early 20s.
Yeah, but my back hurts and
But
all.
yeah, right. But that's physically, not mentally. um, like, this is an interesting question that none of us are going to be able to answer. But does nostalgia become less painful or less strong when you get older? And does because what is true is that the memories you have,
Yeah.
um, they fade away over time.
Yeah.
And they become less strong and they become less accurate.
Yeah.
So, like, nostalgia when I was 20, the nostalgia for me when I was 10 was stronger than it is now, and the way it is now. The nostalgia I have for when I was 10 years old at my 20th was stronger than it is now at my 10th.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the 13-year gap in comparison to the 10-year gap, and it's going to be way bigger when I'm 30.
Yeah.
But the 10 to 20-year-old gap, I have to make sure that this actually still makes sense.
But also, there's some stuff that you never like. Even if you're 45 and you see something, you say, "Oh, I used to have this in my childhood."
Yeah, of course. But then, how strong is that memory? Like, how strong will the memory of you playing Black Ops 1 be when you're 35? When you had so many memories in between and so many good memories in between? Like, maybe today will be your nostalgic point when you're 35. I hope not. That means you didn't do much, but but
yeah.
You know, well,
Yeah.
maybe who knows?
I think I get that because it's also sometimes like what is happening at the moment that you feel nostalgic. Because for example, now there's I'm feeling a little bit too nostalgic about Call of Duty Black Ops 1 because you're seeing all the Call of Duty coming back and feels refreshed.
Yeah.
But I also feel nostalgic about Pokemon, but I'm not really that much because there's not.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pokemon Snap just got announced, so the nostalgia hit me really hard.
Yeah.
But a few years ago, I mean, you asked me like, oh yeah, that's a cool game.
That was a cool game. Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a powerful part of the nostalgia, and you mentioned at the beginning like it's the greatest weakness. It's like it can open a box. It's basically like a box.
Yeah, exactly.
And one word, one image or something just open a box and just hits you so hard.
Yeah.
That you fall down basically. You're like, oh, I remember this and all the good memory. Usually you keep the good memories. You don't keep the bad memories. Like every time you lose a match in COD.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna keep that. But
yeah, exactly. Right. It's really the good memories that you keep and the bad memories that you don't keep.
Yeah. But yeah.
Is there such a thing as bad nostalgia?
That's called trauma.
Exactly. That was what. No, exactly. I was looking for that word. I couldn't find the word. Yeah, trauma.
Well, that's called trauma. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not the type of nostalgia you want to keep.
No, exactly. But it exists.
Yeah, we're talking good vibes only.
Good vibes only. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the traumas that we have.
Yeah, you have what's your traumas?
No, but yeah, exactly. Right. But again, I think it also just depends on the person. On the emotional.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of.
And also depends like how many people you can share the nostalgia with.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, you can listen to a song that only you listen to. And say, oh, I remember this song when I was younger, but then you remember this song when you're singing with your good old friends back in the road trip or something.
Yeah.
And you mentioned before, like nostalgia also sometimes comes with a memory and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's funny because today I was coming to your place by bus, and I was playing this song. I'm currently watching Breaking Bad, and there was a song in it, and I liked it. I added it to my playlist, and it's by this random band that no one really knows. And then I realized, like, I actually knew this band before. I played their music before, so I went through their songs. And I was like, oh shit, I know this song. So I played the song. I was like, yeah, I know this song, and then the song ended, and I was done with it. Because I have no strong memory towards that song.
Okay, so you're like, this is in my corner of my mind, but
I knew it, and I was like, yeah, this was part of my life at some point. I don't even know how long ago. Maybe it was 5 years ago. Maybe it was longer. Maybe not.
Last week.
Maybe no, that's a bit excessive. But yeah, it was years ago. I played it, and I played it for a while, and it was just in my playlist, and it was fun. But there's no strong memory connected to that. Right? Yeah. It's not like, oh, I was chilling with my friends, or I was doing this or that. There's nothing to it.
You are
So-
very passionate about music. Is
Yeah.
that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it happen to you? It happens to me so many times. You know the cliche where like it's raining, you're in a car, you see through the window, it's
Mhm.
raining. Has it happened to you that as a kid and now I always have headphones on
Mhm.
if I'm outside. That's why I'm so introverted. Uh, Sometimes like when I listen to a song, I just remember that time. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I remember I was going to this place.
Yeah.
And that song remembers that.
A very specific memory.
Yeah,
attached
it's
to that song.
nothing
Yeah.
special happened
Yeah.
that moment.
But
But
just, yeah.
I don't know why I keep that memory.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That exists. It's
Well,
really
again, that is it happened? Do I remember that because I was 12 when it happened, or do you think the age thing matter?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a question I cannot really answer because I don't know how my nostalgia feelings will be when I'm 30. Maybe I'll
Or
become.
maybe you're nostalgic about these moments when you're 30.
Yeah, exactly. What nostalgia will remain strongest? Like the one from younger age, or does it just depend on how long ago it was?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I agree. I mean, for me now, the strongest nostalgia I have right now is, I think from 10 till like 15.
Yeah, probably
It's
the
5 year
same.
nostalgia.
5 years. Yeah, that's.
But it's just like those. I mean, I think I'm nostalgic not about those years, about what my life was those years.
Yeah.
Not to worry anything about.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Right.
But I think it's just because I'm fresh into adulthood, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
buying my own things, having my own money, working for my own money.
But that could also be like because again you had nothing to worry about. Like if I'm 30 and I have nostalgic feelings about me being 23, all the worries. I mean, I wouldn't say that my life is terrible or anything, but my life has definitely a lot more things to worry about than when I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
So, how fun are those memories then? Like, how will it be nostalgic?
I mean, you, as I said before, you keep the good stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You're not gonna say, oh, I have so I had to pay rent, or I
But
remember.
there is more good stuff when I was 15 in that sense.
Yeah.
Because almost everything was good, and now.
So the message is, growing up sucks.
Yeah. No. Well, we knew that. We knew that. Yeah.
We have to stay like in Peter Pan's land.
Peter Pan, never. No.
Never.
Michael Jackson. No.
What? Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, not that land.
Uh-huh.
The Peter one. Like
The
you
Peter
never grow old land. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Michael would like that.
Michael. Yes.
All right. Enough of
Moving on.
enough of the inappropriate jokes.
Moving on. So you mentioned before
Yeah.
with Disney movies.
Mhm. Yeah. The Lion King.
Can you give us the main reason why the new Lion King movie didn't work for you? I know my reason. I'm not really nostalgic about the original one.
The thing is, I didn't hate it as much as most people hated it.
Oh, I did hate it.
You hated it, yeah. Fair enough. I expected it to be a million times worse, but it just there was nothing new to it for me. Like it was just I could have watched the other movie and I would have actually felt nostalgic about it. Right? I could have actually watched The Lion King from back in the days.
1998, 8 or something like that.
I don't know.
7.
I think it's
not gonna
97.
Look for it.
I could have watched that, and it would have been the same. It would have been a better nostalgic feeling than now
1994.
me watching that. Yeah, see, that's crazy.
Yeah, 16 years ago.
So I don't know.
No, 26 years ago.
16.
Yeah,
Sure.
26.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's tough to say. It wasn't it.
I think for me, if a movie, it came out last year, so it was 25 years old, right?
Mhm,
I
yeah.
think that's enough time to reanimate it,
Yeah.
to make it animated again.
Yeah.
Because they make a live action stuff, but I feel like the magic of the animation that helped the movie be as memorable as it was, it got
Mhm.
lost.
Yeah.
Like the faces, like the expression of the characters of the lions, it's just bland.
Yeah, but would it if it was reanimated? it still would not have the same effect. I think it still would just be a remake.
Yeah,
Like
but
you can just rewatch the movie. What if there's nothing different? You can just rewatch the movie.
okay, but what happens if they release that same movie again in the cinemas?
I mean, they're doing it now because of Corona. There's
Yeah, of
like
course,
with movies, but
That's a special case.
of course, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily think I would pay money for that because I can just watch it online, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I never saw the movie in the cinema because I wasn't born.
Yeah, but I think the main point of this is just like why they did this, and it's just they're targeting two audience with that. They want to keep the same. At the end of the day, it's like they want to sell the same toys, and they
Yeah.
want to keep the same rights in Disney World, Disneyland, and they want to keep the same market face of Simone Tumba and everyone else.
Simon Tumba.
That's what it's called, I think. What is it called in English?
Pumbaa.
Pumba.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Timon. Oh yeah, Timon. Yeah. You want to keep those characters alive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
For the new kids and for the old parents.
Yeah.
So they release it again. So the parents that were kids when they saw it originally said,
Yeah,
"Oh, I want to
exactly.
show this to my kids."
Yeah.
And the kids have the fresh memory of it. Of course, they're not gonna show the 1994 version because the kids were gonna be like, "Oh, but this looks so old."
Mm-hmm.
But I understand, and Disney is they're doing it, and they're not scared to, they're not shy to show the real reasons why.
Yeah.
They're doing it with Mulan is coming out this year or was coming out. I don't know if it's got
But Mulan
delayed.
is doable. Well, yeah, there's the dragon.
This is gone. Out of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
remake,
The
it's
dragon's
gone.
gone, right? Yeah, I heard.
And I
Um,
think Mulan, out of all the movies, I'm fine with it because they change it in a way that all the characters feel more. It's live action, but all the characters are Asian, so all the actors are Asian, so it feels real life basically.
Yeah.
It feels okay. They did with Aladdin, which I didn't saw it, but some people say like it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney have enough money to make this real
Yeah,
life
they can
action
they can do whatever they want.
look good. Because
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem. And Cinderella they did a long time ago, which and for me the one that I'm most scared about is the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, there was a lot of commotion about that already, right?
Yeah, because they changed
Um,
the it was a Scandinavian story originally,
Mm-hmm.
and it changed to more like a Caribbean story.
Yeah.
So they of course they changed the way Ariel looks.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being this white skin, red hair woman,
Yeah.
they make a more dark skin with braids actress.
Yeah.
And I think some people didn't got the memo that it changed from place to place. But that's not the reason why I'm worried about. I'm worried about like the other characters, like the fish and Sebastian the crab.
Yeah, yeah.
How they're gonna make that? They don't.
Yeah.
They cannot take him out. Sebastian, no way.
No, of course not. Of course not.
So it's like, I want to see how that's gonna look. Because okay, lion in real life, lion looks good.
It looks cool,
look-
yeah. Crab
looks-
doesn't look like Sebastian at all.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
fish is that if the lion doesn't have a facial expression,
The
a
fish.
fish, it's not gonna have
Yeah.
nothing, you know.
No, absolutely. You're completely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough to say. I mean, don't you believe that it would have just been better for The Lion King, for example, to make a second part instead of a real life? Well, there is a second part, but a third part.
Like Toy Story, for example.
Yeah, Toy Story is not Disney though, but
It's
may-
Pixar.
Yeah, maybe.
Pixar is
Well,
owned by Disney.
Yeah, of
Same-
course.
it's same-
Sorry, my I thought it was DreamWorks, but
No.
no. Okay, you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
No. And I'm not the biggest fans of Lion King. I saw it like once, and then I never like I knew the characters, but never had the same connection with it.
And they made a prequel of it.
Did they?
Yeah. with
Oh,
Timon and Pumbaa. So
Timon
that's
and
why
Pumbaa.
I hate it. It all makes sense now.
What?
Because
Oh.
you don't like
Yeah, I don't like
prequels, right?
prequels, yeah. But Timon and Pumbaa is,
They're fun. They're good.
and
characters,
those are the best characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hakuna Matata, you kidding me?
But yeah, right. But if you go to like a Disney store or anything, you will find.
If I find like Simba plushie,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna buy it.
no, but you will find so much old Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Also, what they're selling, like at clothing stores, they sell like Ariel shirts, they sell Lion King shirts and stuff like that. They don't really sell like the really newer recent stuff because it doesn't have it's not as strong. Like, but do you think that will become stronger over years? Like Frozen is already.
Frozen, yeah, I think Frozen is like the best example of it.
Yeah, but no, not necessarily because Frozen is the only one that actually worked out that well.
Yeah. Well, Moana worked a lot.
Okay.
I mean, you don't socialize with little kids, or like you don't have anyone in your family.
No, I mean I watched Moana. I also watched Coco. I also like Coco, but I don't think they.
They break.
At
They
least
break
right
through.
now, they didn't break through into like the super mainstream. Like, okay, this movie is everything. It goes on every shirt, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it will in 5 years.
Yeah, probably in 5 years. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's like give it a rest. Like, I think it's like Disney is really good about this, keeping their characters alive with either Disney World like merchandise, and now with Disney Plus, it's like
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, let's watch Moana for the 500 times. Like,
Yeah.
sure, I think I've watched Lilo and Stitch so many times.
Yeah.
I've played so many times in the Disney
But-
Channel. But yeah, I understand. Like, in a few, like, the Lion King is the king of keeping in shirts. Like, if you see someone with the Lion King shirt, it's okay, it's cool. Even if you're a kid or you're older, they want to keep that alive, of course, and they want to keep some of their other characters alive.
Yeah.
The Beauty and the Beast, I think.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is a good example. They didn't do.
It was
Yeah, they
okay.
made a remake with Emma Watson, right?
Yeah. I saw it, and
I haven't seen it.
it's not bad, and I really like more the part of like the chandelier and the cups and the tea, the "Be My Guest" song.
Mm-hmm.
If you see the original one, the animation like limits they have back then.
Yeah.
Now with the new version, this real life is day and night.
It's
It
really
looks
cool,
so
yeah.
much better now.
I bet.
I think in conclusion, I don't mind the new ones, but it's just
No,
like the
no.
Lion King for me. It was just like
Lion King was a bad idea, you say?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was bad. It's the same movie but worse.
Yeah. But
I think the Lion King is for me the ones that didn't work. I guess.
yeah, but saying it like this, like they try to keep all the characters alive, right? So they're trying to keep the characters alive from Toy Story, from Lion King, etc., etc.
Yeah.
They're doing that for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do the same with, you say, Frozen, and they're gonna do the same with Moana. Like at one point, like
in
they
15 years, yes.
but at one point they're gonna have to kill a certain character. But are they ever gonna stop
They
with
kill
Lion King, for example?
they kill some characters. Like for example, where has been the last time you saw like the lady and the tramp? Like the two dogs. I see it like
No. This is actually like I've been seeing it on shirts. They're selling it at Zara.
Mm.
But yeah, I agree that Aristocats, you know Aristocats,
No.
the homeless cats. I think it's also a Disney movie.
Like I open here the Disney movie is
Tab, yeah.
Tab.
Well, they read it Aladdin. They're probably gonna.
They're gonna do Hercules again.
Yeah. What about Pocahontas? They probably will.
They probably will. It's
We
kind of
know-
dicey that one. The Aristocats this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, 1970. Yeah, you don't hear that much about
Snow
it.
White. I'm surprised they haven't done that.
Yeah, but Snow White is still very much alive. I guess more because of the classic that it is.
Yeah.
Hunchback of Notre Dame was also remade, right? Or they're doing it. They're currently on it, I believe.
Aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Like for example, Lady and the Tramp, 1955.
Yeah,
Are you kidding? Whoa.
yeah, that's one of the very old ones. Kaiser Cusco, the Emperor's Groove.
101
Yeah.
Dalmatians.
Yeah,
Tron did remake it. Like there's some movies. Like, I'm not looking at the real life like the Pacifier movie or stuff
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
because I really don't care.
Brother Bear died.
Pinocchio is alive.
Oh, that's sad. Brother Bear was a really fun one. They made like 2 parts of that. You watched
Oh
it?
yes, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, same. Me too.
Planet Treasure Planet. Sorry,
Don't know it.
2002. Yeah, it's not. I think it's that basically. It's not new. It's new-ish.
Yeah.
It's the same millennial,
I
but
think
it's
we
not
can-
like it's
we-
not classic yet.
We can say that a lot of them are. But Tarzan also is kind of out.
It isn't like a new movie. Atlantis also. Atlantis is like
Well,
a movie
but
that.
Atlantis is a cult story in general. It's not necessarily a Disney story.
Oh wait, no, not this Atlantis. The other one, like.
Tinkerbell. Oh, that's of course Peter Pan. Bolt kind of didn't do much anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
think
there's
I think after 2000 it didn't work.
Jungle Book had a remake. I really liked the Jungle Book remake movie. You watched it?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I
Personally.
didn't have a connection with the old one, so I was like, oh, this is a good one.
Yeah. No.
I think I saw it once. Yeah, I think at the end of the day,
But-
it makes sense, and I don't mind it. I think the only one I did mind was The Lion King.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Uh,
But
oh,
still,
wait.
I still believe that at one point they're gonna come to a point where they have to
Do you-
simply kill some characters off.
Yeah.
Like some movies, they have to stop reproducing it.
Yeah, Bambi.
I guess. Yeah. Maybe. Who
I mean,
knows?
she died. No, her mom died.
Yeah.
Lastly, like, do you think in I don't know 7 years or 10
Mhm.
years they're gonna make the Pirates of the Caribbean animated? Because it was
Well,
they can.
I see a lot of on Netflix. I think I see a lot of movies that are actually made into like animated TV shows. I really can't name any examples.
Altered Carbon. They released the second season, and they also released a prequel of the first
Yeah.
season animated.
Yeah, they
Which-
they do that quite a bit. Like they
Yeah.
make animated TV shows out of
I
it.
guess Netflix does a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's to the point like if they want to keep it fresh, they're not gonna make Pirates of the Caribbean, which is a huge franchise.
Yeah.
I caught me by surprise. I like the first ones. I never saw the first one actually. I saw the second one,
Mm-hmm.
but Jack Sparrow is just such a good character they don't want to kill.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Would they make it again in animated version? That's the problem. That's for me like the interesting part, and I think that's something like, we cannot know until like times come.
They will whenever Johnny Depp is done.
Isn't he still making more movies? I saw the
Of
last
course-
one.
I
and
mean,
it
of,
wasn't
of course he is, but he at one point he's not going to be able to play Jack Sparrow anymore. I
yeah,
guess.
but he can voice him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The voice is also important, but I think whenever he's not able to act it anymore, they will probably think of doing an animated
Yeah.
version of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, we both maybe the Disney movies are not bad in the new version. I think I just come to realize that I didn't like the Lion King.
Yeah.
But Beauty and the Beast was really good. I'm really excited for the Mulan
Yeah.
one. I want to see how they change it.
Well,
And-
the reality is, sorry to interrupt you. The reality is that Disney movies will always will always get us excited in a way
Because of
the
nostalgia.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
I think that's a really great conclusion,
Yeah,
right?
and then I think they own that. They have that.
Yeah. They own it absolutely.
And they have a monopoly a little bit about
Yeah.
it. And lastly, the last point I want to discuss before we ended this episode
Mm-hmm.
is using the nostalgia franchises to push an agenda. And I think that we talk a lot about nostalgia make the goods and a little bit of the bad
Mm-hmm.
of the nostalgia remakes and stuff like that. But let's talk. I want to touch a little bit of the bad because there's good examples, there's really bad examples, and I think the last years showed how not to do it. And why do I mean using nostalgia franchises to push an agenda? I want to think about the Ghostbusters,
Uh-huh.
all female cast.
Yeah.
Charlie's Angel, all female cast, and the
Charlie's
there-
Angels was that a
was
remake?
already all female cast, by the way. It was only
Yeah, it was
Charlie.
just yeah.
It was
Okay.
Charlie the only man.
Yeah.
And the last one I think about is the Terminator,
Mm-hmm.
which pushes. You can see from the trailer pushing an agenda, and first of all, I don't personally believe there's nothing wrong with making a movie with an agenda in mind. But the fact is, they have to make a movie.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot rely on the fact that people know the Ghostbusters and go, okay, so just because people know the Ghostbusters, they have nostalgia about it. They're gonna see the movie, so let's take that opportunity and push something out with that mentality.
Yeah.
I would like so much better if they make a new movie when it could be a new movie that
Yeah.
fight ghosts and call it something fucking different.
Yeah.
I'll be more excited about that.
Ghost bitches.
No.
Okay, maybe not.
Maybe not. Like I would be more excited about that than just using the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, but yeah, the success factor is what makes it tempting for them to actually do it. The
But
way they do it
they're
right
not
now.
successful.
They're not. Yeah.
Like, you can
they
see
think
that-
they will be. and
You
they're
can
not.
see the numbers, and Charlie's Angel, the new one, is such a good example that's not successful. They
Yeah.
lost so much money, and the director
Got upset about it, right?
got upset about it from a lot of
Um,
other factors.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many discussions on the internet. Like, first of all, Charlie's Angel, the original one, not my. I saw it. It's not bad. It's not good. And, like, it's not like something that I would buy a T-shirt of Charlie's Angel. You
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
But it's just I remember it. I know.
It's also more focused on the female.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the three agents were always female. They were always strong, but they all had a personality. And the last movie, you can I didn't saw it, but I saw like a lot of reviews. The point was, all the three girls were really good at everything, and were really good at not being bad at any nothing.
Mhm.
So they didn't have any flaws. They pushed a lot of the agenda,
Yeah.
and they kill the characters basically, and people just saw it or want to see it just because of the Charlie's Angels name behind it.
Yeah. Of course.
But I think maybe it's also a little bit of bad writing there.
What other movie was there? The one with, I think it was Cardi B. Was it called Hustlers or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I saw a lot of hype around it. I don't know if it did it better than Charlie's Angels.
you can check that. Hustlers.
I just randomly came out with that. Yeah. It's
Uh,
also kind of the same
what's the name? Oh,
idea.
157
Yeah.
million US dollars
Yeah.
in the box office. I'll check. I think the most important is like the first weekend, right?
Well, just check the other one and then.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
half,
so-
half of it.
Hustlers made 153, which is a new story. Completely, both pushes the same agenda. We can say that.
Well, yeah.
Well, no,
Not
maybe
necessarily
agenda, but yeah, okay, the same message,
the same message.
an
yeah.
empowering message.
Yeah.
But Hustlers is a new movie.
Yeah.
It's a new story, new characters, and then there's a new one. There's a Charlie Angels only made 73.3 million, and the budget for the movie, they barely got out of the budget. They
Yeah.
barely
Yeah. I see. Yeah.
make money.
55 million.
Yeah,
They only made like 18. Well, again. Yeah.
still money, but it's I couldn't call this a success.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It was also told in the media that it was kind of a flop in the end, unfortunately.
Even if you see at the original Charlie's Angel, they make 259.1
Yeah.
million, and it came 2003.
Yeah.
So, I think why did I bring this up is nostalgia can be good,
Yeah.
but it also can be cheap, and when
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
using
exactly.
cheap ways of nostalgia, I think it ruins a lot of the franchise itself.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree.
I was not a fan of Ghostbusters, but after seeing how bad the new one and how bad it was taken
Mm-hmm.
and look at it by a lot of people, like the critics and the audience, I have a bad taste of Ghostbusters now.
Okay. Yeah. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah,
Because it's a fun movie in general, but yeah, I mean, I can see your point. It's smarter to create I mean,
It's
easy for us
risky.
to say, but
Yeah, it's easy for us to say, and I think, but if you want to give a good example or a good message, Netflix is really good about this. They make
yeah,
so many shows,
absolutely.
and if you want anything you can think of, there's new show that you can see about it,
Yeah,
and you can learn something about
just
it,
just
and they're good shows.
yeah, come up with for films it's a bit more difficult, I think.
Yes.
Like come up with a killer movie that brings out a really really good message, and there you go.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's just like okay, we're just using a
And
name that already exists, and based on that, we're gonna try to make it a success. And
yeah, I
if it
think
doesn't work,
of course the problem is not the writers or whatever, because the writers just gonna go. They're taking orders. Are the
Mhm.
production companies? They go, oh, it's easy to do. They go, oh, let's make a new Charlie Senior movie. Let's hire, let's just, and the guys, the opera officers go,
Yeah.
okay, let's just make a new one. We're pushing an idea,
Yeah, yeah,
and the writers just have to do what they have to do. They're gonna order,
yeah.
you
Of
know,
course,
and they have to
yeah.
do what they can. And I think the lesson here, and is that from the higher ups, they have to understand that maybe sometimes it's good to take risks. Let someone with the actual good intentions of pushing this movie or pushing this message or having a really good story that pushes the message, give it a chance.
Yeah.
Don't-
That would be a really good idea. Um, I don't know. Have you heard of the show Hollywood?
No.
It's actually a really good show that it kind of like with a good message. It's about and it's an alternative reality on Hollywood right after World War II,
Yeah.
where black people and gay people, etc., were actually um,
Like where?
accepted.
Yeah.
Like at the end, you know, instead of being appalled
Marginalized.
by. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Sounds
it's a
good.
really good show. It's really nice. It's a mini series.
Is it Netflix?
It's a Netflix original. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
just a quick tip for everyone.
Yeah, and I think Netflix nowadays shows, and I think one of the biggest reasons why Netflix is view really good in many eyes
Yeah,
is they accept this risk, and then they accept this risk. They make it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I heard a lot of times like Netflix really doesn't really make money. They make enough money
yeah,
to pay all the bills, but they waste all the other money into investment into
Mhm.
these shows. And I think that's really important. Is what we really need. And you can see movies like A Marriage Story or that got nominated, or The Irishman that got
Mhm.
nominated, and they're breaking through the actual. It's not anymore just a Netflix movie.
yeah,
They can be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
actual top of the line movie
yeah.
released in
Ve-
Netflix or
Very true. Yeah,
any other type of really yeah, like what's it called, like broadcasting services,
yeah. Streaming.
streaming services.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I think
That's a good take to wrap it up. I think. How long are we in now?
58.
58
I-
minutes.
I
That's
think
already
that's
almost
enough.
an hour. That's definitely. We went through everything we wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
I believe. And I mean, I would like to thank you all for listening, and hopefully we'll hear you next time with another topic that we have not decided on yet. But in the end, thank you, and have a great day.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
See you.